From the South, it's me, Pastor Cornelius Hill, Dr. Hill, Cornelius, Arne, and all my boy childhood names. And from the South side, it's the roughneck.
I beg your pardon.
No, she's ladylike, lovely, all those wonderful adjectives. But she had me thrown on the last podcast episode. She talked about to just punch people in the face and stuff. Like, what, punch people in the face? Like, that's the tactic that that's our resolve now? Is that our resolve?
Look, let's just say a kickboxing class is in order.
You think you need one?
A kickboxing class.
Would you take a kickboxing class?
I have taken a kickboxing class before.
Okay. Well, listen, y'all. I'm from the South. She's from the
South side.
And we're about to have us a marvelous conversation about feminine energy and how it becomes masculine sometimes, and the protective nature that God has given her, but also how do you keep that feminine? How do you keep that feminine?
There's a balance.
It's a balance.
There's a balance. Yeah.
There's a balance. Well, listen to what she said. I want y'all to listen to something she said. I think it's worthy of conversation and consumption. How about that? Can we say that?
You can say that.
Can we say that? Conversation and consumption?
Take time to deal with our stuff. So let's start with the basics, because things have to be applied. We both have, men and women both have masculine and feminine energy alike. The masculine energy is what helps us take action and assert ourselves and step up when things need to get done. It's powerful and it's necessary, very necessary, especially when you're in survival mode. We need that energy to help us like pummel through the stuff. And so I am so sure that many of you can relate. So growing up, maybe you watch women in your life handle everything with a strong, no-nonsense approach because they did what they had to do to take care of their families, put food on the table, raise several kids, take care of an aging parent. They had no choice but to carry that masculine energy.
Okay.
Let me see. What button?
Oh dear. Yeah.
Carrying masculine energy.
Yeah.
Okay. I can agree. And I want to agree. But how much masculine energy do you carry all the time? Like, I know you gave some situations and we can unpack those, but we're talking about Stacy with the EY. I will throw that out there for everybody. Talk to me about carrying masculine energy.
Oh, you want to talk
to
about me?
No, just
okay. In general,
yeah, you're general because you generalize. You said parents.
Yeah, so we are talking about parents. So, and this is not this specific podcast.
I'm over here.
Okay, I see you. I see you.
I'm over here.
Okay,
I just want to check.
Yeah, I'm here with you. Okay, so previously
on Knots Landing, yeah,
on Knots Landing. Do you? Anyway, that's another topic for another day. Nighttime soaps. Okay. Previously, we had a conversation about women being aggressive.
Very much so.
Okay. So we're going to lean into that just for a second. And what you're seeing, and I said, well, why do we have to be aggressive? It's assertive. That aggressive for women has a very negative connotation. Mm-hmm. So what you're seeing is the masculine energy. Mm-hmm. Okay. You're seeing, hey, I have to be assertive. And I prefer the word assertive because a lot of times we have to assert ourselves in situations to take care of our families, get ahead in our careers. Those things, you can't be a soft-spoken woman and expect to get the corner office. Those people don't tend to get the corner office. It is the assertive woman that tends to get those corner offices. And what that also does not mean is mean-spirited.
Okay, pause. Assertive, but not mean-spirited.
No,
Direct, but not mean-spirited.
that's correct.
Hungry and passionate, but not mean-spirited.
Yes.
But you want to punch people in the face.
Let me be very clear. Sometimes people need to be punched in the face. Now, you don't go and punch them in the face.
I'm just saying.
I do not condone violence. However,
saying.
sometimes
I'm
there are
just
some
saying.
energies that you want to get. You it's okay to have a healthy layer of anger. Okay.
I love that.
It's a healthy layer of anger.
A healthy layer.
Yes.
And then the Bible, let me help you, or help me, not you, because you're much more intelligent and astute than I. She has so many certifications and she's a jack of all trades. So the Bible does talk about be angry, but sin not. So that's healthy. But you carry this energy that's protective, that's provisional, and I guess brings you some level of peace but you're still feminine.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to not meet your masculine with mine, because if I meet your masculine with mine, then conflict. Yeah, it's a lot of conflict. It's a lot of for me, maybe not for you.
Yeah.
Because you're just like one hit quitter. I'm gonna punch you in the face.
I never said I was gonna punch you in the face.
And we're done with it. We're done.
And you have to give context. You're using
okay.
You have to
Well,
give
yeah. Well, we'll put some
to-
context around it.
Because you said I said I was going to punch you in the face. I never said I was going to punch you in the face.
You never did that.
No, I never said that. That was a clip. That is, people can take that as a clip and say, that girl said she was going to punch her faster in the face. I never said that. What I stated to you
not to me, right?
Yeah, it was not directed to you. There are some clergy people and some counselors, therapists that work in a space of healing.
Okay.
And they say things that they should not be saying that could have a person's healing progress go backwards.
Okay. Oh, pause. Let's chew on that. Regression.
The
healing progress and process could regress.
Yes.
Okay.
So I can give you an example. I've had people tell me, and just because we're talking to clergy, we're talking to a pastor right now. Well, my pastor told me that I was assaulted because the devil had aligned with me. Well, no. Okay, let's pause just for a second. If a person has been assaulted and you pull in something so negative, now there is not a safe space. The person came to that person in confidence to share what they had gone through, and the pastor or clergy in turn turned it around and said that it was related to the devil. So my comment was, there are certain people that are in certain positions that are therapy, counselors, coaches that should not be in those places. And if in fact they are giving information such as that, and it causes a person to regress from their healing, those people need to be punched in the face.
Not me.
Not you.
Not I. Said the little boy with the glasses. Not I. But I hear that, and so let me thank you for the context. So let's clarify some things for the listening audience, and I want you to hear me, not just Stacy, but everyone. Vet, and I mean that, vet an individual with whom you're seeking wisdom from.
Yes.
Do not succumb to title alone.
Yeah.
That's you need to
yes.
Because people want to talk to me after I've poured and I've had this emotional and spiritual moment that is euphoric. And I've somewhat after preaching and teaching, I can be very subjective. So vet them. That's all I'm saying. Vet them. So just don't run to the pastor, that therapist, whoever, without getting you together and protecting you, because there's some give and take in that conversation, especially if it's a more of a monologue than dialogue.
Mhm.
So there's some caveats to these, what you're saying, before you get the punching.
Yeah.
And so pastors, I mean, and as a pastor, I really, with the size of the congregation that I oversee now, I don't have a lot of time to do counseling. Not only, and I'm gonna be transparent, I don't have a lot of time to do counseling, not beyond 6 sessions, where the real work begins.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of mind, MIND, to do the
Yes.
counseling, to do that work, because I'm minded in other places. So
Yeah.
that's just for just to put some context around it.
Yeah. And I think what you know your limitations.
I know my
right?
limits.
You know your limits.
I know my limits.
There are people who allow ego to drive
Mm.
their I won't say their mission, what they perceive as their mission. So
Okay.
if you step into the role
Mhm.
and you say that you're going to do counseling,
Mhm.
I think there is a requirement. Once you begin to mess around with people's mental health,
Ooh.
that you are invested.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. There is an investment that is needed. So a little part of me says, the protective person, and let's swing into the masculine energy.
Mhm.
The protective person, I want to protect those people that have been harmed.
Mhm.
And protecting those people that have been harmed by those exchanges. And I appreciate your context. Sometimes if they go into a situation and it's not a conversation and they truly walk into a counseling session with the person that they trust, because pastors are trusted, clergy are trusted.
Mhm.
If that person decides that, hey, I'm going to be a counselor to the people, that you really sit and spend time and make time and not only educate yourself on biblical principles, but you're also educating yourself on therapy and how things can impact a person if the wrong thing is stated. Because once a person is in therapy and that trust has been broken, oftentimes it is very difficult for those people to trust again.
Period. Okay.
Because it takes courage. It takes a whole lot of courage to build up to say, hey, this happened to me and I need guidance on where I want to go and how to navigate these emotional feelings. It takes a lot of courage. And once that trust has been broken, it is very difficult to circle back. It takes a lot of energy to pull yourself back together and find somebody else.
I'm listening, and you said a lot. You have said a lot, like a whole lot. A whole lot. Do you know what you said? I'm just asking.
Yes.
Okay. Broken trust, violation, just a lot of negative words, a negative connotation. The whole experience now has become negative to that recipient or the receiver of the wisdom, the counsel, the therapy, etc. Okay. I'm just taking it all in because it's a lot.
And that word for that is re-traumatization.
See, there she go.
I come again. Now, I know this wasn't the topic, y'all.
It really wasn't. So I'm trying. Let me slide over here and get my pad and my pencil, because we was talking about feminine energy punching folk in the face, but now she's re-traumatized.
The person is now re-traumatized, and we're okay punching people in the face.
No. Stay where you are, because this is the place where the organic, pieces just begin to thrive.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. I know you're trying to be Baptist and church girl, like lady, like you. You messing up.
Keeping my business covered.
It's on. You good.
Excuse me.
Re-traumatization.
Yes.
The trauma. And I mean, I'm going to be honest. I personally have now become more trauma informed.
Mm-hmm.
And this was not so much a premium conversation when I began ministry.
Mm-hmm.
Now it is.
It is.
It is. It is. So there's a lot of people out there that have their own experience with living, but we're not trauma informed.
Mm-hmm.
And having trauma informed congregations and care need to come from trauma informed people.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say that. That's all I'm going to say. A lot of people are doing things because they care, but they're not informed properly to administer. Like I think right now, if you allowed me to go to a hospital, I could serve meds. So you're laughing when I'm giving you the context, right?
Okay.
Because I just care.
Okay.
Oh, she's sick. Let's give her, here's your tooth. But then when it comes to needles and drips and drops, I still care.
Yeah.
But this ain't a Tylenol, baby.
Yeah.
This ain't an ibuprofen. This ain't a, 500 milligram.
Mm-hmm.
This is almost, this could take you out of here. I'm no anesthesiologist.
Yes.
But I care. I want you to have the surgery. I want you to wake up.
Yeah.
But I'm not informed. I don't have the skill set
Yeah.
to do that. So does that help?
That does help. and here's what can be helpful.
Oh, she's leaning. Yeah, y'all. Oh my God.
I'm going to spin a little bit.
She's leaning now.
You've spoken previously in some of your other podcasts, your Bible studies, pre-hears things, knowing your limitations.
Yeah.
Right. So what you described there is knowing your limitations.
Yeah.
Yes, you can go and take that ibuprofen in that little white cup and say, hey, here's your meds. But I can't stick a needle in your arm. I can't give you the IV drip. I can't do that. So if you are a therapist, a coach, a counselor, now let me back up a little bit. You can go and educate yourself.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Re-educate yourself, take some classes, some courses, get some certifications, go back to school, and be able to be an anesthesiologist. And you then now have pivoted from just being able to deliver meds to now ibuprofen.
Knocking you out.
Okay, knocking you out. I can put
right all the way.
I can do all the way.
All the way.
So that leads me to my next point. So if you are a therapist, a counselor, a coach, and you want to serve that community, go and get the education so that way you can serve that community properly, or at least educate yourself enough that when you come up against something that you are not familiar with, you set your ego to the side and say, I cannot serve you here. I am going to refer you there.
Okay. Setting your ego to a side, which can be, talking about re-traumatization, can be very traumatic.
Yeah.
Even for me, the individual who are providing the services, I'm not ready to set my ego to the side. I am not easily willing to sacrifice my ego. Just human nature.
It is.
It's human nature. I want to have the answer. I want to be the answer. I want to be the end all.
Yeah.
I want to be that response, that rapid response. I've been trained to do certain things, but then and I can be inflated with ego and egotism that can drive me to do some things that are damaging rather than developing.
Damaging other than developing. That is great. So I can give a personal story. So several years ago, I had a therapist in New York, and I came to him and we had many sessions. And then I had something out of his scope that he could not work with.
Oh, wow.
when I brought it to him, he said, "Stacey, you know, it has been a pleasure working with you, and I would love
Oh,
to."
he said that.
Oh yeah, I would love to continue to work with you on the other topics that you want to work through. However, my scope nor my skill will allow me to help with that other thing. Here are some recommendations.
I got to put that in the chat. Scope and skill. That's keep talking.
Yes.
I'm listening.
So from that, he gave me the referrals. I went on about my Jolly Way, kept working with him, went about my Jolly Way, and looked for another person that could satisfy that service that I needed in terms of therapy.
Scope and skill.
Scope and skill. So oftentimes we have to be able to put our ego to the side and allow for ourselves to, one, we have to be willing to grow. And there's this one saying, if you're not growing, you're dying. And I don't know who that quote is from, but it's the truth. So as people that are sitting in places where whether you're a coach, a consultant, clergy, pastor, minister, whatever the title that you want to hold, president, it doesn't even matter. It is ultimately important for you to have continued education when you are introduced to something new and you want to begin to integrate that into the work that you want done.
Scope and skill. I just got it up on the screen. I'm looking at it. Wow. I'm getting it. I'm processing it, and I'm looking at individuals' lives who I think have been re-traumatized by individuals who cared, but care ain't enough.
Yeah.
You know, you have to have scope and skill, and that requires being vetted again and getting what you need.
Yeah.
Well, listen, y'all, I'm about to run off our promotions, and we'll be right back. And I hope you, ma'am, sir, have scope and skill, because you don't want to re-traumatize some individuals. And it's so easy to do, right?
It's very easy to do.
That's easy to do. So, hey, stay tuned. We'll be right back. I'm going to play some more of that video that she has, y'all. And I want you to go to her website and her YouTube, and we'll get all of that information as soon as we get back. This show is brought to you by Walker's Cafe and Grill, 109 UN Drive from 12 to 5. This show is brought to you by the Ephesian Primitive Baptist Church, 1506 22nd Avenue North, Nashville, Tennessee. This show is brought to you by Forever Zion. That's www.foreverzion.com. Paparazzi Jewelry for your boo, your bae, your significant, your subordinate, your cousin, and them. Your friend, your enemy, your frenemy. Go to www.foreverzion.com. This show is brought to you by Trifold Outreach Ministries. That's Trifold Outreach Ministries, 49 Dry Creek Road, Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Thank you for our wonderful sponsors. All right, we're back, y'all. She's not in the chair. She's doing some things because it's about scope and skill right now, and I need her to tilt it. She's like, what are you tilting? I need her to straighten it up. I need her to tilt it and straighten it and scooting it up and tilt it and straighten it and scooting it up and tilt it and straighten it and scooting it up and bring it down, because we're trying to learn these camera angles. But I'm gonna let her be her right now. Come sit back down. We'll work on it. Yeah, we'll work on it. We started off talking about masculine energy, but it took the conversation took a turn on its own. Grateful for your therapist who realized that. However, thank God for the however. I'm grateful for that. So, trauma-informed coaches, trauma-informed counselors, trauma-informed pastors, and I think there's going to be a need for that. The first two, of course, the pastoral ministry, you're going to need some trauma-informed people. And guess what? Who do we go to get that trauma-informed care? I don't know. Like I know, but I know from a legislative standpoint. But if I wanted some personal coaching to be trauma-informed, do you have anybody?
Yeah, I took my trauma-informed coaching class in 2015.
That's a
And
good angle. Keep talking.
from 2015. So that's been so long ago. I would encourage people to do some research. And as you said, do some due diligence and find you a class, a course. You will be surprised what you'll learn. Yeah, you will be surprised.
Where do we begin? You said do some research.
Yeah, do some research. Go to our friend Google A.
Don't want to Google.
Okay, well,
But if it's what I need to do, that's what I do.
well, I don't have a specific course because I took my course in 2015. That's been a very long time ago.
Almost 10 years ago.
That's a long time ago.
I bet you it's a whole new.
I'm sure that it's more information.
Of course.
Yeah.
On trauma-informed care and those things.
Yeah. So it's, however,
she loves y'all. She loves saying
However.
however. I'm so with it.
I'm passionate about helping people.
Are
so in helping people, I help myself. So well, Stacey, why did you go and take a trauma-informed class? That is a great question.
That
Thank
is
you
a
for
great
asking.
question.
Well,
I was gonna play your video, but I see you're on the road. Keep talking.
okay. I did it for my own personal growth.
We'll talk about that later.
That's another.
That's
my own personal growth. That's a whole different.
Yeah.
My personal growth. So my personal growth, I said, well, let me learn a little bit more about how the professionals do it. And then I took the class.
Gotcha.
Out of curiosity.
Curiosity killed the cat.
It possibly did.
Well,
yes.
Listen. I want to listen to this other segment of this video just for a minute. I want you to unpack what you said earlier.
I want to be soft. Look,
I'm being soft now.
In the boardroom, no, that's who's going to show up. When I'm protecting my family, that is who is going to show up. But I don't want to have to carry that energy in, relationships. I want to be as girly as it can be because I like being a girl. Here's where it can get really tricky. That in these moments, these survival communication tactics that aren't serving us in other areas of our lives, especially in our relationships, think about it. So when you're always in survival mode,
that's where I am. The communication tactics now. Mm-hmm. Earlier we talked about the masculine energy that women carry. Then you got into the trauma. Now let's combine those two for about 3 minutes, and then they have to catch the next segment on another show. Let's talk about communication tactics for a minute. Mm-hmm. What are you communicating right now? Like right now, what is your energy?
My energy?
Yeah, right now. Like you're calm.
Yeah, there's a balance.
You're collective. Okay.
There's so you have to understand that you, Pastor Hill,
okay,
carry both masculine and feminine energy.
Whoa.
Okay.
But I'm with you.
We do. We both. Everybody do. We all carry masculine.
Because we come from that.
Yes, we come from that.
Okay, we gotta take that. I didn't know what she was talking about, so I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
And we all carry. So masculine. And masculine, we're not talking about man energy, masculine energy is assertive, goal-oriented, getting things done.
Logical. Not so emotional.
No.
Okay.
The feminine energy is more emotional, is softer, is nurturing, okay. It's compassionate. Mm-hmm. That's what we're talking about when we're talking about masculine and feminine energy. Mm-hmm. So when I am protecting,
keep talking.
Okay. When I am working to protect my family, working to get a client.
All right. So you're giving me this energy. I'm loving it. You're talking about we have both sets of energies, masculine and feminine. I mean, as we bring this conversation to a close on today, when you get to your masculine energy, because you go there, you can go there, and you have to go there for protective reasons. You do realize what I'm making a statement. You do realize what you communicate, or do you not realize that?
Baby, that's why I did the video, because
Okay.
oftentimes we don't realize it.
Okay.
We do not realize it, especially if you've been operating in that space for so long. You don't know. And you and my dear friend Dawn talked about it the other day. Some
Okay.
emotional intelligence.
You gotta have it.
You
And
have
I
to
don't-
have it, right?
You got over everything.
Yes, you have to have it. But I think where that we're gonna get into that another episode, another show, perhaps me, you, and Don. But what I will say is this: is women that have operated within that energy.
With energy, making sure
Within that energy, the masculine energy.
okay, operated within masculine energy.
Okay, and I'm we've tossing around buzzwords today: masculine energy, feminine energy, traumatization, trauma informed,
re-traumatized,
emotional intelligence. Those are buzzwords.
Okay.
Those are buzzwords,
Okay.
and all of them need to be dropped into to make them layman. Okay, they have to be layman terms. But what I'm talking about today is I'm gonna give you an example. And this is a personal example.
Okay.
Okay. I was raised by women.
So was I.
Women.
So was I.
Okay. On the south side of Chicago.
Not south side of Winchester.
Okay.
Listen, that's funny.
Okay.
Let me land.
Okay.
Land. South Shepherd Street. It was that south.
Okay.
South Shepherd Street.
Okay.
815 South Shepherd. 372-37398, I do believe. I done had a few zip codes since then, but South Shepherd Street. So I'm from the south side too.
Right. You are. I'm gonna call Blackstone. Okay.
Graveyard Field.
Yeah. We're going down
you Blackstone, I'm Graveyard Field. So, okay.
Our block is called Blackstone.
Okay, we Graveyard Field.
So the energies that needed to get things done and navigate certain spaces to protect family was masculine energy. It was getting things done. It was asserting action to raise children when there was no father, to do work jobs that nobody else would take. You talked about Harriet Tubman. You think she was out there with one time? You think she was out there with feminine energy?
Man, every picture of Harriet Tubman I see kind of still scares me. Like she be leaning, she's never like we don't catch her smiling.
And she was both though, because she had to be nurturing.
Yeah, but when she took those pictures, she was letting somebody know,
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Right. If you want this smoke.
That's what she was saying. I'm gonna punch.
And that's when we're gonna have a picture of Harriet Tubman pop up on the screen right. Your energy.
Yeah.
If you want this smoke, like I got the smoke for you.
Yeah.
Like all of the smoke.
Yeah.
So I get that. And I love it now. I'm more appreciative of understanding emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Because earlier I didn't appreciate it. Let's segue out on this. Remember? Oh my gosh. Was it Boys in the Hood? When the girl drank all his liquor or beer? It was a movie with Ice Cube. It was one of the movies we grew up in that era.
Okay.
Or was it? It was one of them. No, it wasn't Boys in the Hood.
Maybe it was.
She just drunk up the whole.
Yeah.
She turned it up. You
turned up the 40.
Yeah, you remember that? I can't remember.
Okay.
Or was it one with Janet Jackson or something? Was it Juice?
Maybe it was. Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
You're doing a throwback, yes. But I think though there are similar scenes in each movie.
She just turned up to 40. Like he was like, what the that
yeah.
It was so unethical. It was so uncouth.
Mm-hmm.
It just destroyed my conscious mind of femininity. How you just gonna turn up a 40? And I mean, that was the image. So we're just using it as movie.
Yeah.
And you and I, we trying to wrestle which movie was it, but it was like, and she downed
she
it.
did.
You remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
Like, what in the world?
Yeah.
I mean, no, that ain't what you sip. No, she just guzzled it. And when you talk about women that had to step into those roles, it's not Jean Cleaver or Jan Cleaver or whatever her name, which was a Jan Cleaver. Leave It to Beaver. You probably didn't even watch Leave It to Beaver.
I did watch Leave It to Beaver, but I don't know. It was Jean. Is it Jean Cleaver? You
Jane?
asking us to go back. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it wasn't that. It wasn't the Brady Bunch, mommy.
No, our mothers, I don't know your mother, but my mother wasn't the Brady Bunch. There was things to be done. I had a little brother. She had a hard hand needed to be done. Stays I'm the eldest. You got to do this before the age of whatever age that I was started doing things.
Mm-hmm.
And I carried that energy right on
To
into.
now?
Oh yeah.
Now?
Yeah, I do.
You carry it still?
Absolutely.
Calm down.
I'm still, but now there's a balance.
Namaste.
Now I know how to balance it a little bit better.
Namaste.
That's my yoga.
Okay. Well, listen, y'all. She's from the South Side. I'm from the South Shepherd. I'm going to say it. I'm from Graveyard Field, from the South. She's from
75th and Blackstone.
the South Side. Mm-hmm. It's been the Bounce Back with Lady Stacy. I'm just over here asking questions, trying to get her to calm down because we need some energy to do what needs to be done. Any last thing you want to say or share? I say
embrace both parts of yourself. Mm-hmm. You have to love both your masculine, your feminine, your dark, your light, yourself before you can allow somebody else to come in and try to do it for you. Love all the juicy stuff inside of you. Love it all.
Juicy is your favorite word.
It is, and delicious.
Juicy and delicious.
Yes, those are my softer words.
Okay. Those are my softer words. All right, y'all. Until next time. I ain't gonna say next week, next time, next episode. It's been the Bounce Back. I'm from the South.
And I'm from the South Side.
Peace and blessings, y'all.